Welcome back to our channel, Exposing the Great Australian Government. This is just a short notice that Dick has made up for the people, that everyone can serve on any of these traitors and criminals in or working for the Queensland Government or Australian Government. The more people that serve notices on these criminals and traitors, the more awareness we are all bringing to the light. As we have shown all the facts, and will continue to do so, as there have been so many crimes of treason, treachery and sabotage committed behind closed doors without the people's knowledge. It is about time that we all united and stood shoulder to shoulder, as our forefathers once did on many occasions for our rights and freedoms. Today's quote: "The way to get started is to quit talking and begin doing." Unfortunately, that's from Walt Disney. What we all need to comprehend is that under our supreme law of the land, our primary law, Commonwealth of Australia Constitution Act 1901, as proclaimed and gazetted under the Royal Coat of Arms, everyone is accountable for their own actions. This is why the political parties are usurping our supreme law of the land, because under our primary law, all these pretend politicians would be behind bars. Accountability is not a one-way street where we, the people, are expected to follow laws and the ruling masses get to choose. Don't you all think it's time to hold all these criminals, traitors, pedo protectors, rock spiders and lowlifes accountable? Let's get into it. This notice is to all involved within Belligerent Queensland Government Councils, Chief Executive Officers, Councillors, Lawful Notice of stop and desist all purported lawful fraternity, acts of treason, treachery, sabotage on Queensland people. This is a lawful notice. Please read it carefully. It informs you and all concerned recipients of this notice. It means what it says. There are no hidden meanings or interpretations beyond the simple English statements herein. Silence is acquiescence, agreement and dishonour. This is a self-executing document. Within the universal maxims of law, equality before the law is paramount, and notice to principal is notice to agent, and notice to agent is notice to principal. All addressed parties, jointly and severally, and applicable to all successors, nominees and or assigns in your own individual and private capacity. Attention to. So this is where you'll put their name and a photo of the belligerent member. So if in doubt, in respect to any of the within mentioned matters, it is wise to seek independent lawful advice, as ignorance of the law is no excuse and no defence. You have been noticed and warned. Do no harm, or do so knowingly and wilfully at your own risk and to your own detriment. We, and many others, look forward to receiving an appropriate and urgent response to this open correspondence, not private, not confidential, written and sent without malice, vexation, frivolity, or ill will, and with all natural, indefeasible, and unalienable God-given rights, blessings, freedoms, and liberties reserved, always and without recourse. We reserve all our rights to pursue legal remedy against all parties in their private and public capacities for all harassment, harm and stress, etc., past, present and future, in a court of competent jurisdiction. The People's Queensland as an original state, as part of the Commonwealth at its establishment, the separation of powers. So on the left, this is what we're supposed to have: by the people, for the people, Parliament of Queensland. And then the second one, Crown Courts with constitutional authority. This is for the judicial side of things. This seal is the same seal that was on our Themis. that is currently disintegrating before our eyes in an unprotected area at the Brisbane corporate courts, exposed to all the elements so that the evidence is gone. And then we've got Government of Queensland with their public functionary seal, which is their lawful public functionary seal. So that creates the separation of powers between all departments. So they're all separate. They're not coming from the one master. Treason from within. Only political parties, not the people, changed the definition of Queensland in 1985 and created their Queensland to the status to their sovereign, independent and federal nation. No crown and constitutional authority. Writing on paper. We are fighting the pen. Remember, we were a constitutional monarchy. We are still supposed to be a constitutional monarchy because the people have not been asked. These criminals in the political parties decided to create their own sovereign, independent and federal nation. Right, now we move down to the good stuff. This is their public seal of the state. Remember, we've already done videos on their public seal of the state. It is nothing but treason, fraud, deceit. We have all been conned. And then you got this maggot. Traitor to the people stands in front of a treasonous flag. Remember? They created this in 91 and then finalised it in 1997. This whole lot. Queensland Parliament. Remember, we're supposed to have Parliament of Queensland and Government of Queensland, not Queensland Parliament. Treason. Political parties Queensland to the status of a sovereign, independent and federal nation. They had to remove the letters patent 29th of October 1900, Crown and constitutional authority, from the state governor to give royal assent. This was and still is high treason. Political parties Queensland Acts tell us all acts from the Australia Acts forward are only purported acts with purported enactments. All acts are created within their political party, private Queensland Parliament. Private acts not to affect rights of others. None of these acts have Crown and constitutional authority. Therefore, no royal assent. So here's their public seal of the state on a Local Government Act 1993, number 70. The treasonous seal. So part 3, interpretation, definitions. 4, in this act, local government means a local government established under this act. Under this act, with their fraudulent seal, with their copyright. Only private acts can be copyrighted. They do not involve us, the people. So now we'll go down to the next one. Still, their public seal of the state, treasonous seal again, Local Government Act 2009, Act number 17, copyright. State of Queensland 2009, only private acts can be copyrighted. All these political party Queensland acts are extortion rackets using treason. Queensland, treason from within, Queen of Australia. And you got this turd again standing in front of the treasonous flag. You got all these treasonous seals and crap that they've created to make you believe that we are still a constitutional monarchy. We are not. We are under the rule of tyrants and traitors and criminals, pedophiles, sick individuals. So the above 6 so-called Queensland governors all sold their souls to the treasonous political parties, all appointed by the public seal of the state. The state has taken ownership of the Crown. Therefore, All 6 governors sit in treason. These treasonous governors have no crown and constitutional authority, therefore can't give royal assent to any act. All states are the same. That's why every state parliament tells us all acts from 1986 forward are only purported acts with purported enactments. Walter Campbell was the so-called governor of Queensland that sold his soul to the treasonous political parties and enacted their Australia Acts Request Act 1985, number 69, and purportedly gave it royal assent. Sick, treasonous prick. So here's where you'll put your name to their name and their position, if you wish to do so, and to your heirs and successors. So in 1999, we voted all the political party republic acts out. So why aren't these criminals listening to the people? We are not slaves. They are the slaves. They decided to work for the public. They are public servants. The government owns nothing. We the people, we own everything. Everything, and when I say everything, all the assets that these criminals have sold, all have to be returned to the people. They were sold without our consent.